What's up with you? For today's video, we make full WTF breeding pairs Pokemon team. So today's battle and theme is going to be all about Pokemon breeding and the wondrous Pokemon matchups that there can be. Some more surprising than others. Now today's question to all of you guys, what is the strangest Pokemon breeding combination that you know of? Leave below in the comment section of the video. I'd like to see what you put. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and you've hit that bell and selected all the notifications, because if you miss a salt, it's not my fault. Oh, I made an Instagram too, people, so if you've got Instagram, it's taken me like my entire life to make this, but go check it out. Link in the description. I'd love a follow there. I post some in real life stuff and some memes and stuff like that, so if you want to check that out, I'd love that. Alright, so today we've got two battles, and these are like really long battles. We had a 45 turn battle, and the next one was a 75 turn battle, but they were absolutely amazing. Alright, so to start things off, Spearow is, it's going to turn into a Fearow, and it's going to credit my little Nidoran female. Now, the reason I put, poor thing by the way, the reason I put Nidoran female on this team, because Nidoqueen can't actually breed with Nidoqueen, Nidoking. Nidoking can't breed with Nidoqueen, god dang it. Anyway, so there, that's why I put on this thing, because I thought that's how it kind of random, like a random sort of like Pokemon fact there. And I thought it sort of like fitted on this team. Now, I had Ditto on this team because Ditto can breed with everyone that's sort of had a place on this team. It's quite funny that they can transform to any Pokemon and, you know, get the birds and the bees gone. Anyway, so we've got the Rhino coming in here. Now, Rhino was a big problem. I don't have a Choice Scarf on this. I've got Quick Claw. However, it does have a U-turn, this Spearow, which is quite nice. So I can just U-turn out of this battle and swap something else in. Spearow would get like one-shotted by Rock Throw. So we're going to go into the Zangoose here. Now, Zangoose and Seviper can breed, which is quite funny because they're mortal enemies. I guess that's what you call tough love. Anyway, so this is I got a feeling this video is going to be PG, alright? This is family-friendly PIMPNITE coming at you right now. So we got this Zangoose set, which is a special set, right? And it's absolutely horrendous, which is exactly why I want to use it. So we've got Fire Blast, Blizzard, Thunder, and Work Up. Max speed, max special attack. And we've got Expert Belt on this too, because, you know, we really need that extra base power. Now, the only normal type move it gets is Swift, and let's face it, it's going to be, like, weaker than those other moves. So we got the Rhydon here. It's going to go for the Bulldoze. It's going to drop my speed. I've got a physical Fione set. Now, the reason I put Fione on this team, because Manaphy is, like, the only mythical that can breed, which is quite interesting, and, sort of, like, falls under that, like, WTF breeding category. So I thought this, you know, could find a place in this team. So we got a Clefairy coming in here. Rhydon's obviously scared of any type of water type move at all. And now Clefairy takes that fairly well. I'm going to go for the knockoff, getting rid of its Everlight. I need to get rid of that Everlight, then it's definitely not going to be much of a threat at all. So it's going to Toxic my Manaphy. Sorry, my Fione. Man, I'm going to get these mixed up the entire game. So I'm Poison. It's not too bad, though, because I've got a Pokemon that actually has Heal Bell. So it's sort of like, okay, that sort of sucks, but at least I didn't like take any like really bad damage or something like bad happen like that. So go for another liquidation on the Clefairy. Clefairy is going to go down and no longer has that Everlight, and it's no longer a threat. So it's good to get rid of that. So it's sort of like a Clefairy Rhydon kind of like bulky core there. So at least I got rid of like one of them. So I'd say that would have been more of like the special defensive core. So we got the Voltorb coming out here. Now Voltorb's basically going to be able to take me out with the Thunder Shock. I've got to swap out my Fione and go into like another Pokemon. So I'm going to go into Gardevoir. Now Gardevoir can breed with Muck. So a couple, okay, we're going to keep this nice and fresh. So we've got like a couple of things come to my mind then. How does the egg come out of Muck? It's like there's only one hole, so it's got to come out of its mouth, right? So the other thing I was thinking too is actually I'm not going to say that. So we got a Muck and a Gardevoir. So they're in the Pokemon Center. Muck's playing a little bit hard to get. Then they come out, right, and there's an egg there, so which is like really strange. I don't know how the egg comes out of Muck though. I've got to. Actually, I'm not even going to try and imagine that. Don't imagine. Actually, just forget what I said there. Anyway, so we got a Nidoran coming in. There's a Nidoran male and a Nidoran female, which is quite funny. And we got a Quick Claw on this Ditto here. Now, this was a Hustle Nidoran, exactly like my female one, except my female one actually had like a little bit less base power. So we're going to go for Smart Strike. That Smart Strike is pretty smart on Hustle, because that means you never miss. Unfortunately, it lacked a little bit of base power, and the Nidoran or Ditto is going to go down. Now, back to the Zangoose. So, Zangoose Seviper is going to come in here. I'm going to go for Fire Blast. Unfortunately, I like Swift on this thing. I thought about putting Swift on here, but I decided to go for the other moves. The only problem about this set, right, is the accuracy on it was very, very poor. Like, Fire Blast, Blizzard, and Thunder, like, you're not going to be hitting very much of the time. So now we got the Spearow coming out here. I was like, okay, if Thunder hits, this will be really good. but it's going to be Choice Scarf, and it's going to drill my Survivor, Zangoose, and Zangoose is going to go down. Zangoose was actually pretty good in a lot of battles I had. I got fairly lucky landing a lot of its attacks. So now we're going to go into the Gardevoir, and this is a struggle trapping set with Mean Look. So we got on this one Mean Look, Encore, Disable, and Rest, Synchronize, and Chesterberry. So go for the Mean Look. Give them a little bit of a round of applause and disable them so they're trapped into that move, and then it gets disabled. Then they have to go for the struggle ride. That was the strategy. So go for that strategy right. Unfortunately, I got critted by the drill peck. I live on 1 health for once, and but the problem about this is I went for the disable, and it's going to be able to take me out with struggle. Like, struggle is legitimately going to take me out, and I couldn't go for a rest. I'm so salty. So my strategy sort of backfired after that crit. I thought I had enough room to go for a rest, get that health recovery, but I'm going to go down. Man, this isn't happening. So I just got, you know what? You got to look at the positives of life, right? I got taken out by a Spearow with struggle. Not many people could say that. So now we're going to go to Wailord. I mean, the Skitty, and I mean, like, this is probably the biggest meme ever, like, Wailord and Skitty. So, a big donkey whale, right, that's able to go into it, like, actually, I'm just trying to think how Wailord would actually get into the breed. How would it even get into the breeding, like, the breeding place? Like, especially you need, like, a notion to fit the thing in, and then, like, a cat would need to, like, a little cat and a whale. That doesn't even make sense. Like, where would it even go in? Anyway, so we got the Voltorb coming out here. I'm going to go for the Cosmic Power. This is a bulky Cosmic Power Echoed Voice set. This was absolutely unstoppable. It needed a couple of turns to set up, but boy, it was absolutely crazy, this spell. So now we're going to have a taunting Voltorb, which is kind of annoying. I did have a couple of Cosmic Powers up already, which is nice. So we got Cosmic Power, Wish, Echoed Voice, and Heal Bell. Ability is Cute Charm, and the item is Evlight. The EVs are max health and max special defense. So this thing actually got pretty bulky, and it only had one weakness, which was fighting too. So Voltorb really can't touch me at all there, except for Taunt. And then I'm going to go for the Echoed Voice. The only thing I was worried about with that Voltorb is, did it have soundproof? I'm fairly sure that, like, it didn't have, like static or something like that, or aftermath. All right, so we get a Kangaskhan coming in here, and it's going to go for a Icinium Z. I'm thinking this is going to be a special set, either coming off, like, Ice Beam or Blizzard. Normal type Pokemon can learn, like, a lot of those, you know, sort of, like, crazy moves, like, you know, Thunder, Fire, Blast, Blizzard. Anyway, so we've got the Sub-Zero Slam here. I knew I could take this one pretty well, because I had a couple of Cosmic Powers up, and Kangaskhan's special attack, well, its special attack isn't too good, so it does like 1 damage to me. I'm going to go for another Echoed Voice there. Now, Echoed Voice, as you guys know, obviously, the more you use it in succession, it gets more powerful and more powerful and more powerful. I didn't have any special attack AVs, but after this thing, like, landed about 4 of them, it was hitting, like, pretty difficult. So that sort of got me around actually doing some base damage. I thought at the start to go for, like, Toxic, but I didn't want to get, like, completely taunted and shut it down, like, without any move. So I got, unfortunately, burnt. Now, I do have the Heal Bell on this, which is going to be kind of handy too, to use a little bit later up. So we got a High Beam coming from the Kangaskhan there. Now, Kangaskhan fails to take my Wailord, my Skitty Wailord out with the High Beam. I could go for the Wish here. Now, on the High Beam recharge, Kangaskhan could not actually attack me at all, and I can go for the Heal Bell so that burn won't actually take me out, and then the Wish will kick in right and get all my health back, and this Kangaskhan cannot touch me at all, man. I'm a super bulky Skitty. So ring-a-dinging that bell there, getting rid of my burn, and of course the poison on Manaphy, Fiona. I'm going to do this the whole battle. So my wish came true, which is nice. So I was thinking I can go for another Cosmic Power, just get those Cosmic Powers stacked right, just stack it up to 6, or go for another wish. I was thinking, though, what would be our best bet there? Decide to go for another Cosmic Power. So even after, I like how Skitty like sort of like kicks its legs when it does its Cosmic Power. It looks cute. Reminds me of my old cat, which I had a very long time ago. Anyway, so after a couple of Cosmic Powers, this cat is very bulky. So as you can see, that Drill Peck is doing nothing. Getting off a Wish here. Now, normally I'd have Wish and Protect, but I couldn't fit it on this set. I needed Heal Bell, so I'm going to go for the Wish a little bit earlier on, just in case I get critted too, which is like always like an option. So that's doing about 10 health to me. I'm going to start going for the Echo Voice. So once the Wish is up, I can just keep spamming Echo Voice over and over again, which is going to be pretty powerful, right? So my wish is going to come true. Got most of my health back here. Spearow is absolutely wall at the moment. Obviously, it's locked into the Drill Peck because we already found out it was Choice Scarf earlier on in the game. And I'm going to finish off with the Echo Voice, which is really nice. It was like a mixture of like NU Pokemon and Little Cup Pokemon too. It's like really fun doing this team. A couple of people brought out lots of like baby Pokemon. It's always good to see that. All right, so now we've got the Kangaskhan coming in. I was like, hey, what's Kangaskhan going to do to me? And now it's going to go for Blizzard. So I knew that it was going for Blizzard before off the Z move. Then I was thinking, oh, they're going to try and freeze me. That's like, there's going to be like a pretty low chance of that happening. The thing I was thinking about was like, am I going to get critted? That was like the thing I was worried about like the most, because as you set up the Cosmic Powers right, a crit's pretty much the only thing can destroy me. However, I nearly said my pussy got frozen, and it did get frozen, and then I realized right as I was frozen, there was like, what's the Pokemon's name? There was like, not Cottony, there was like a Jumpluff on my head. Look at that Jumpluff, right? Not on its head, on its tail. Sorry, like its tail like frozen next to a hip. Anyway, so we got the 6, which is the Voltorb coming in here. It can only do like Thunderbolt or Volt Switch to me, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm very, very bulky on the special side. Now, the problem is I'm frozen. But the thing that's good, right, is I'm very, very bulky. All I've got to do, right, is de-Thor and just go for it again. Like, the thing is, like, the taunt will be the bad thing here. So I need to get off a Wish. Like, I need a Thor out, right, I need to get a Wish off, and then I need to spam Echo Voice, because this ball is going to taunt me. So it's going to go for a taunt here. I guess that's a good idea, because that's going to, like, go for, like, 3 turns. If I do Thor out, I won't be able to use Wish, I won't be able to use Cosmic Power, and I won't be able to use Heal Bell. So that'll be really bad for me, and then I'll be, like forced to go for the Echo Voice. And even though I'm very bulky, you know, I'll eventually get worn down. So I'm going to be still frozen. I think that's, like, turn 4 or something like that, or turn 4 or 5. This thing's just keep going for the Thunderbolt over and over again, hoping for a crit. Like, that's actually at the moment, looking at their team, I think their Voltorb or their Rhydon would probably do the most damage to me. Like, the Kangaskhan was doing absolutely nothing. So we got the Voltorb continually going for the Thunderbolt here. I'm going to try and PP stall it. I'm going to PP stall this out while I'm frozen, guys. That's how good the Skitty is. I don't even need to attack. So we're going to have a continuous, it's like a continuous barrage of Thunderbolts against my poor little Skitty. I almost said something else there. So finally I Thor out. I get the Wish off, which is very, very important. So now Voltorb can go for a taunt this turn, and I can start going for Echo Voice. I thought, should I go for another Cosmic Power here, or should I go for the Echo Voice? I thought it may go for another attack to go for like the critical hit at the end. I get paralyzed, which is really, really unfortunate, because I want to get that, you know, the Echo Voice going there. But I did get the Wish off, which is really important. Now I knew that after healing up with a Wish, Voltorb was definitely going to go for the taunt again. So that's fine. I can go for the Echo Voice and finish this thing off. That's good. At least I can get like a couple up. But I got paralyzed again. Man, I really wanted to get that Heal Bell off. Like, getting paralyzed is like super annoying. So I'm down to my last 2 Pokemon. I'm down to Phione and my Skitty. Skitty's super bulky. So I really need to clutch this game with Skitty. If Skitty goes down, things are going to be really bad. Like, my Phione was sort of scared of this Voltorb too. I wasn't running a Choice. I normally run a Choice Scarf set on Phione. This time, like the one time I didn't, I have to face like a Voltorb. So I get critted there, which really, really sucks. I live on 9 health, and I get that Echo Voice up, not taking out the Voltorb. So my taunt finally wears off. I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to like withstand another T-Bolt. However, they actually ran out of T-Bolts, and they crit me with Volt Switch. I reckon I would have actually lived that Volt Switch. Like, it was a very, very small chance. So 2 crits in a row there on my Skitty. So the last couple of Pokemon, apart from the Voltorb, is a Rhydon. Rhydon only has a little bit of health, and I've got Phione left. So I can go for, let me see, I know they said Waterfall. It's not Waterfall, it's the Liquidation. And take out the Rhydon. This thing is max attack and max speed, if I didn't say before. I was running Adamant Nature instead of Jolly this time. I want a little bit more base power out of my attacks. So the last Pokemon is the Voltorb, and the Kangaskhan can't touch me at all. I can definitely finish that one off, and it's going to outspeed me, and it's going to go for the Volt Switch because it doesn't have any Thunderbolts left, and that's going to take me out. I can't believe I lost that battle. Like, I thought Skitty was going to clutch the entire game. You know what? We're going to forget about that battle. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to a WTF Breeding Pairs Pokemon team. Let's dive into some Gardevoir Mark action. So this next battle was against Copmeister on my Discord. Oh, if you guys want to check my Discord out, if you're new, you want to like come and join the battles, the chats. We did like shiny hunting, like all the sort of like other things on the Discord too. Link is in the description there. Check it out if you like. Okay, we got a Raichu lead here. I'm not going to write you a love song. I'm just going to go for that Protect there. We're going to go with a Hustle Nidoran here. I didn't even say what my set was last time. This poor thing, like every battle, this thing got like dumpstered every single time. So now we got the Raichu going for the Encore. I was like, oh, Encore, like triggered after that Gardevoir struggle KO. So on the Nidoran female, we got Facade, Iron Tail, Crunch, and Poison Jab. Max health, max attack. Hustle as the ability and item as choice band. So I was sort of like, I've run a Nidoran male like this before. The Nidoran female doesn't hit as much, but it's a little bit, I think it's a wee bit bulkier. So getting that nice, getting that nice poison, and the Raichu actually takes it pretty well. So this Raichu is definitely bulky. I'm guessing it had to be max health to live it so well. It's going to crit me. I'm sick of crits. After that first battle, crit me a Volt Switch. Of course, it was Volt Switch too, the same move that critted me the last battle. So my Nidoran takes a big blow there, and we got the Puberty coming in. Guys, sometimes you just got to hit Puberty. I've got to swap out here because I'm locked into like a freaking move. But since I'm on such like a low amount of health, I'm just going to see what this thing's going to be. And it's going to be a Earth Power. It's going to be a special Puberty. So down goes my Nidoran female. Man, Nidoran female had such bad luck this battle. Now, also want to say, this battle was 75 turns, so it was so long. That first battle was really long too. Alright, so Pupitar's going to swap out there. Maybe it's a little bit scared of like a fighting type move, and guess what, guys? The absolute unit itself, Gulpin, comes in. You know what? Real talk here. If you had to like breed with the Pokemon, you'd breed with the Gulpin. Like, look at those green lips. Like, man, look at them. What is, like, actually, I'm going to think about something. On Gulpin's head, right, what is that yellow thing? Like, is it its... I'm not sure. What is it? It looks like it's hair or something. Does it have like one strand of hair? I'm not sure. Someone in the comment section, please tell me what that yellow thing is. I actually never even like wondered about that. So we're going to have a Amnesia bulky Gulpin with bulky Gulpin with Everlight. Man, look how well it takes my Fire Blast. This thing's setting up Amnesia. I'm about to get absolutely destroyed by this thing. Look at his face. So I was thinking, this would be pretty good, right? If I swap in my Gardevoir, I might be able to trap this in and get some like revenge on the first battle. Or I could go into my Fione, knock off that Everlight, and we'll be in business there. So I was thinking, I know this thing's got Sticky Hold, and I'm thinking, does it have Sticky Hold or does it not have Sticky Hold? So it's set up like 3,000 Amnesias. There's no way I'm going to be able to get through this thing on this special site. It's very bulky. I'm thinking they're probably running something like maybe max health, max defense. I'm not too sure. So now we're going to go for the liquidation here, and that does pretty good damage. I'm really happy with that. Maybe the next one should be enough to just take it out. So it's going to go for the Toxic there. I like how Swallow uses Toxic, like opens its mouth. Once again, like imagine Gulpin breeding. Gulpin's sort of like in the same, I mean, I guess it's a little bit different to Muck, as in like Muck's sort of like just a pile of goop with, you know, Gulpin actually has hands it can, you know, do things with. Anyway, so we're going to go for, let's not go there. We're going to go for the liquidation, and that is enough to take out the big bad Gulpin. Man, I got to use Gulpin. I haven't used Gulpin in a theme team for a very long time. Such a cool Pokemon. I've used one in Little Cup. It's pretty good, actually. So now we're going to have the Salt Slide coming out. Another really cool Little Cup Pokemon. This thing's very bulky on the special side, too, with Everlight. It has, like, really good access to, like, stuff like Recover, Toxic, stuff like that. So we got Sticky... Oh, sorry, I was getting mixed up with the Gulpin and the Gulpin and the Shellos there with the Sticky Hold ability. My bad. So we got actually dropped there from the Mud Slap. Now that's sort of okay. At least I got rid of it. So knockoff I was hoping. But, you know, the Everlight's still on. So I've got to swap out, and I've got to, like, take this out maybe with the Gardevoir or the Survivor. So the Survivor does have Thunder, right? And with the workup, that's going to do some pretty good damage. And it's got the Expert Belt too, which is going to do, like, even more damage than before. The problem is, right, it's got Mud Slaps. It's going to drop, actually. Thunder doesn't have, like, 100% actually, like, at all. So I was thinking, is this going to be a waste of time, me setting up the workups? This thing's probably going to get, like, you know, it's probably dead ass going to get, like, 3 or 4 Mud Slaps up against me, and I'm going to, like, do no damage at all. However, now it's going to go for the stockpile, so it's going to be, like, so bulky. It's going to get, like, +1 defense and special defense. Like, even with the Everlight, this thing is so bulky that I was wondering how I'm going to take it out. Like, you know, apart from the Gardevoir, of course. So go for the Thunder. It's going to go for the Toxic. I've got Immunity, baby. So instead of having the Toxic boost, I'm running a special set. So I thought Immunity would be pretty handy on this team, right? So I had an option. Say if my Nidoran, like, could swap into a Toxic. If that was gone, I could swap in the Zangoose easy, right? So now we got the Pupitar coming in here. I'm going to go for Blizzard, hoping it hits. Blizzard actually hits. I cannot believe that it hit, like, with such bad, actually, like, it's like 70% actually, or 75%. Like, that was very lucky, especially after that Mud Slap. But Mud Slap, I think it was like 1 or 2 of them. Right, so we got the Growlithe coming in here. I can go for either, you know, look, Thunder's probably my best option. Fire Blast's going to do nothing, and so is Blizzard. Man, this is a time where I wish I had Swift, right? I need to run Swift on this set. However, we got the Thunder landing again on the Growlithe. Now, it did have a +1 in special attack. That does some really good damage to Growlithe. Almost take out. However, Growlithe is going to go for the big close combat, and it's going to take out my Survivor. Guys, my Survivor went down to close combat Growlithe. So that's pretty good. I guess it is a good damage to the Growlithe, and my Survivor goes down. Survivor is actually probably one of the better Pokemon on the team, which is actually saying something. So Growlithe's only on a little bit of health. I'm going to go into Skitty. I can finish it off easy with, like, an Echo Voice. But then I thought I might be able to bait them into, like, a close combat. I know I can live a close combat. This thing is max health and max defense. It's high, people. So now we got the Raichu coming in here. First, I'm going to go for the Heal Bell there. Got to get that Heal Bell up. and heal off any status. So obviously after you got off like a lot of cosmic powers, this Skitty was like, it was like toxic bait, right? So that was really, really handy to have it. So this Raichu was a little bit of a problem. Like I did have my, it was sort of the same as the first battle. I had my Fione, but I couldn't swap it in, right? So like the Voltorb, like I was wondering if I still would outspeed it with, you know, I didn't have, if I had like Jolly, I knew that I would, but if I didn't have Adamant, and I wasn't sure if there was much speed in this thing at all, or was it like max health, you know, max special defense, something like that. Okay, so we got the Raichu that's got the leftovers. The good thing is I have that Poison too, so Poison's sort of getting rid of the leftovers, which is like super, super handy. Now we got that, the Protectors, so sort of like stalling me out a little bit. It's not that it really matters. Thing about Echo Voice, if you keep using it, you know, it's going to eventually get a nice base power boost. So it's like when you stop using it and use like another move, it loses that, you know, that momentum. All right, so it's going to be a Wish Pass. So I've ran a similar one before. I think I had a Raichu with like Wish, Toxic, Charge Beam, and I think it had Charm. I think that's the set that I ran with it. It's like an all-round bulky set. So this Raichu cannot touch me at all. I've got like completely countering that. It's going to go for the Volt Switch, and it's going to switch out here. So now we got the Lantern. Now Lantern was the Pokemon that made this battle so long. So we're going to go for the Echo Voice. I thought I might be able to get like a lot of Echoed Voices up against this thing and eventually take it up. So now Lantern's going to go for an Iron Delusion. Now the problem about this is, right, this turns all normal type moves into electric type, and it's got Volt Absorb, so it absorbs all my normal type attacks and heals itself. So technically, if you think about it, Cosmic Power, Wish, Echo Voice, and Heal Bell, I'm completely and utterly walled. So probably one of my best Pokemon is Wob. So I thought, okay, this is the only thing I can do here is swap into my Gardevoir and see if we can take this thing out. So upon swapping, it's going to go for a Water EMZ. I was like, it's have like a attacking move. What's this going to be? It's going to boost his defense. So as soon as I seen that, I knew that it was going to be like Aqua Ring Lantern. Man, I need a drink. I got to use Aqua Ring myself and drink this drink. So we got Lantern, which is going to be a big problem. I'm going to go for the Mean Look. We're going to trap that Lantern in real quick. And now we can get our strategy going. Now, I'm still really worried about Iron Delusion. Now it's going to go for a Soak. It's going to change me into a Water type. I was like, okay, if it's going to change my typing into a Water type, it's definitely going to go for an Electric type move like the next step. So I think this was like a speed type between us or something like that. I'm pretty sure because like I kept outspeeding, then it would outspeed me, right? So now we're going to go for the Encore. We're going to trap the Lantern into its Discharge, right? So it can only use Discharge against me, which was a little bit of a problem. Now, for some reason, I won the speed type and I get the Disable off. So Lantern, right, it can't use Discharge. It's actually trapped into using Discharge, but it can't use it. It's disabled, right? So it's going to be forced to struggle like the first battle. Actually, we didn't have a first battle. I can't believe that lived like crit it, then lived on 1 health. That was just like disrespect. So we got the rest off here. I've got the Chesapeake. I'm at full health again. And now I'm going to eat my berry. And we're good to go, people. We're good to go to take this Lantern out. So Lantern's got no move less. It's trapped into struggle. Probably the only weakness to this strategy is like Encore, right? Encore doesn't last for very long. It really, really doesn't, and Disable doesn't really last for super long either. So after those things, like basically after one of those things is off, right, the opponent can either heal themselves up or start attacking you again, right? Now, it's going to hit itself with another struggle. The thing about it did have that Aqua Ring, which is sort of annoying, so it would really like be like, say, like below half health already if it didn't have those recoveries. So now I could go for the Iron Deluge. Since it's a speed type, there's no guarantee I'm going to be able to outspeed this thing. And it's going to Iron Deluge my Encore and heal itself up. So at the moment, I'm really, really walled by this thing. Like, all it's going to do, right, is outspeed me 1 turn and Iron Deluge and Encore. That's it. Like, I can't take this. It can't take it out. And the problem is, even if I lock it into the Encore and Disable combo, right, there's no way I have enough time to, like, for those moves to not wear off and to struggle KO itself. And it can freely go for super effective discharges against me and paralyze me as well. So things are looking really bad. I got it synchronized there, but unfortunately it's obviously electric type, so it's not going to kick in. And this is really bad. This is the bit I was really stuck in, like wondering how am I going to get past it. So Skitty, right, Skitty's counted, Gardevoir's counted. I mean, Fione can't swap into a discharge. I was thinking, what am I going to do here? Like, all I had was knock off and U-turn. That's all I could do against Lantern. So I was thinking, okay, let's see if we can find like a couple of little mind games here. So I was thinking, okay, I've got Ditto left, right? Say if I go for the U-turn. So I got the fishing rod right. I cast the fishing rod out. I set that bait for Lantern. Go for that U-turn. Now I'm going to swap into my Ditto. So Ditto's going to go into the Lantern. It's going to transform and copy the Lantern. Have the Volt Absorb right. And, you know, get that free swapper, which is really nice. And a little bit of damage for U-turn. I was just doing a little bit of predicting at the moment, sort of like wasting or stalling, probably not wasting, like stalling a little bit of time to try and come up with a strategy to actually beat this Lantern. As soon as I see Lantern come out with that Iron Deluge, I was like, man, how am I going to beat this thing? So I've got the Quick Claw as well. Now, Quick Claw actually activated a fair few times in this battle. So I can't go for discharge, and it can't go for discharge because we got both got vulnerables, all right. So at the moment, it's a standing stalemate. Now the only difference is, right, Lantern has full amount of PP. Upon transforming a Ditto, right, you only get 5 PP on every move. And if you swap it, say if you swap the Ditto out after, say if you deplete all the PP, right, and then you swap it out, swap it back in, it'll have all the PP again. So that's probably the best thing to do. I guess that's one of the weaknesses of transforming. You don't get like the full amount of PP, which kind of sucks. All right, so we're going to go for Soak here. Pretty much this little bit here was sort of like, I guess I was doing a little bit of PP stalling here, right? Because I thought I can always swap out Ditto later on and get like all my health back, or PP back. So obviously they're going to be onto that strategy that I don't want to get PP stalled. And Salt Slug is going to swap in. Now I can go for Discharge against Salt Slug, which is pretty good. And it's going to be super effective. And it's nice because with the Discharge, there is a chance of actually paralyzing the opponent too. And I mean, Lantern isn't the fastest Pokemon out there either. So go for the Discharge here. I'm hoping this thing actually gets taken down because I know it's got Recover and Stockpile. It'll be able to like really like stall me out like super easily. However, it's going to get paralyzed, but it's going to get the Recover off. Now, with the Recover up, right, Discharge is going to be a 3-hit KO, which is really unfortunate. I have nothing to break through this Shellos either. Like, the best I've got is Knockoff from like Manaphy Fione, which is going to do nothing. However, I get a really lucky break there. However, the Shellos gets paralyzed, and then I can finish off with Discharge. So that was very fortunate. So good to actually looking at their team. Like, it was good to get rid of that Shellos. Like, Shellos was bulky, right? The Raichu was bulky. Gulpin was bulky. And the Lantern was like, this is like a, what is this team? Like a full bulky team? Anyway, so we've got Lantern coming out. I know Lantern is going to be the problem to get around, but I thought I might be able to PP stall this thing. We'll see. I wasn't sure. I knew that, you know, Soak and Iron Deluge would be hard to deplete that PP because those moves you don't use too often. All right, so now Lantern, of course, is going to go for the Iron Deluge. Now I was thinking, okay, I might be able to, you know, fix up a little bit of status here with my Skitty. And now we got the Aqua Ring back on the Lantern again. So basically it's going to have like a free leftovers. I'm going to go for Wish here. I was thinking if I go for Wish, I don't think they'll probably predict me to swap into Fione and get that, you know, get that free Wish up. I don't think they'll predict that. So we're going to go into Manaphy and get that free health, like, healing. I mean, it wasn't barely damaged, but it's better than nothing, right? So we've got the Lantern go for Soak. I knew that it'd go for Soak, so if it goes for Soak, it can go for super effective discharge damage. I'm already a water type, so that's going to fail. Like, so what Soak does, it obviously adds the, you know, water typing or replaces your typing. Say if you're electric and flying Pokemon, right? I use Soak on you, get your wet. That turns you into like a pure water type. So it's a little bit different than stuff like Forest Curse and, you know, Trick or Treat, those sort of things. So unfortunately for me, I get paralyzed there. It's very unfortunate. Manaphy is only on 28 health. It can't do anything, so I thought, okay, like, what am I going to do? All I can do is swap out. There's nothing I can do in this battle. Like, this is my thought process, trying to, like, run through here. So now we've got the Lantern going for a Discharge on my Wailord. It does some pretty good damage, and I get paralyzed again. Man, I keep getting paralyzed by this Discharge over and over again. And while all that was going on, it was healing itself up with frickin' Aquarim. So now we got the Lantern going for the Discharge again on my Wailord. I went for the heal bell there, but I got paralyzed. That was very unfortunate because I could have actually healed that off on the Fione. Probably not so much important on my Skitty, but more on my Fione there. So I might be able to get a crit or something like that. So now we got the Lantern go for another Discharge. Man, this battle was so long, and Skitty is down. So all I'm left with is a Ditto and a Fione. Now the Lantern, if the Ditto changed into the Lantern, right, it couldn't do anything to me. Like, then again, I couldn't do anything to this. So it's sort of like a full stalemate. Now the only problem that if I did run out of a lot of Pokemon to swap out of and into, I would be only limited to having 20 PP on my entire of my Lantern set. So now we've got the Raichu coming back in. I thought, if I can take this Raichu out, like I could Soak it and then go for the Discharge, that'd turn it into a water type, then I could go for super effective Discharge and take it out. That'd be really handy too. And, you know, wouldn't be able to, like, pass wishes or anything like that onto, like, annoying stuff like that back to the Lantern. The Lantern was, like, bulky enough without having wishes past them. So now we got the Raichu going for the Encore here. Encoring my Lantern into Soak, which is really annoying. So I can't go for Discharge at all. It still is a water type though, which is cool. So we're going to change that into a water type. It's going to fail. It's quite interesting, right? The if you notice when you use Soak, it still uses the animation even though it fails, which is kind of interesting. Like, I find that interesting. Like, say, not like a lot of the time if you use a move and it's gonna fail, the move like the animation doesn't happen at all. Regardless, we got the swapping out there with the Manaphy into, the Ditto into the Manaphy, and now we got the Raichu going for the Wish. So I was thinking, okay, they're probably gonna go for Protect the next turn. I'm gonna go for the Fly-Inium Bounce. Now, even though it's not very effective, it's actually going to be decent, right? Because before it's not very effective with electric, but now it's water type, right? So it may go through, and it may not take it out, but it does have that poison damage and things like that. So I'm guessing this thing is much more specially too. But unfortunately for me, I get paralyzed there, and I don't do any damage at all. It is powered down a lot, but I'd say it would have done like some okay damage coming from a Z move. Maybe if I got a crit, that would have been enough to take it out. Regardless, my poor Manaphy is going to get taken out by Raichu. Raichu can use like Thunder Shock, and I am gone. It's going to go for the Voltorich. And guess what, guys? The Growlithe and the Lantern is going to come back in here, and it's going to definitely take me out. So down goes Manaphy, and Ditto is the last one. Ditto now is locked into having the whatever Pokemon is the last one, and that is the Lantern. So it's going to have 5 PP on every move, 20 PP. Oh man, this battle was so, like, I can't believe how long this battle was. I think it was like really, really long due to like there was all the animations too. There was a lot of animations. So Lantern, Raichu, and Growlithe for the last Pokemon. Of course, they're going to swap out the Lantern. They want to preserve as much PP as possible. And Raichu's going to come back in here. I'm going to go for the Soak this time. There's nothing I can do to the opposing Lantern either. So I was thinking the only way to take this out, if I can take this out really quickly, I may be able to outlast the other Lantern, depending on like, have they PP max their moves or have they not? I wasn't really sure there. So Raichu is now a water type. I can freely go for the Discharge here, and I've got the Quick Claw, which is nice. I'm going to outspeed the Raichu, and that does a lot of damage, taking out the Raichu with the Discharge. So that was good, burying another Pokemon. Now, Growlithe is the other Pokemon apart from the Lantern. So Growlithe's going to come in, so okay, I can take the Growlithe out. That's good. I can just go for like a Discharge. It's going to get Intimidate, doesn't matter at all. Now, Growlithe actually uses Retaliate, so that's going to get like a power boost from me KOing that Raichu, and this hits really hard, almost taking him out. 29 health I lived on there. I went for Discharge. It had the, I think they had the Life Orb damage, and that goes down. So we are down to both the Ditto and the Lantern. Discharge not going to do anything. And this next part, what I did right, I thought, okay, so I'm probably going to go down very, very, like I could go down the struggle, but what I want to do right is set up that Aqua Ring. So this bit I sped up 800 or 8 times like the normal speed. So this could go like really, really fast. Pretty much what was happening here, we couldn't touch each other all. I had Iron Deluge, it had Iron Deluge, and we just heal each other up when we tried to go for Discharge. I just wanted to put this bit here so you guys can feel my pain going through this entire thing. The good thing was I had a Ditto instead of like having my own Lantern, so I didn't have to like deplete like all of my health. But unfortunately, all of my PP like over and over again. But at this point of the battle, the Lantern swapped in with 40 PP. That had more PP than I had like swapping. So I only had 20, and I used like a couple of moves like after that already. So that's pretty much it for this game, people. I unfortunately struggled there to take out the Lantern, and man, I was pretty solid. Like the first battle, I got frozen, and the second battle got shut down by freaking Lantern. This was a marathon battle, people. There wasn't a bonus battle or boopers. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.